The Tozo HT2 could be what you need if you are on a tight budget and you still need a comfortable headphone with good sound quality and active noise cancellation. I've been using the headphone for over 2 weeks now, and in this video, I'm going to share my entire experience while using the headphone, both the good and bad. The headphone comes in this nice box, and Tozo also did well by providing all the necessary accessories expected on a $50 pair of wireless headphones. You get the headphone, a 3.5mm cable. You're also getting a pair of USB-C cables, user guide and manual, and that's just about it in the box. If after watching this video you are interested in picking up this headphone, then I'll have links to them in the description of this video. Also, is a link that is going to take you to Tozo website where you can get it for like $40 because they normally go on promo all the time on their website. Tozo sent me the white color option, and as you can see, I have stains on them already. But I don't think it's something that you should be worried about because there are a number of other color options like black that you can choose from when you want to buy your own. The headphone is made from a high quality plastic material and it doesn't crack or make loose sounds. They are comfortable to wear for a long period of time, and I like how it clamps on my head when I wear them. I have used these headphones for long hours at a go, and I also use them for running. When I'm out for my morning runs, I go out with them and they were just fine. The foams used on the headband isn't like the most super high quality, but it felt comfortable, and if I wear them, I don't feel any pain directly on my head. When I have it on, it doesn't wear off. It supports my head firmly, and even after hours of use, it doesn't kind of make me get any fatigue directly on my head. The extension arm is made of metal, and that's the only part where you find metal on this headphone. The headphone also swivels and rotates to make it even more comfortable when you wear them, or maybe when you want to store them. You get the Tozo branding at the back of the headphone, and the foams used on the ear cups are of high quality and they're also very comfortable on the ear. You also get the left and right indicator in the ear cups, and I must say these headphones are well built, especially when you consider that they are selling for $50. You get all the controls and ports on the right ear cups. You have the power button that also doubles as the play and pause button when you are playing music on the headphone. You get the volume keys, and they also double when you want to nest tracks on the headphone. You get a 3.5mm headphone jack, a USB-C charging port, you get a microphone for calls, and the button that you can use to turn on noise cancellation and turn it off. There's also a tiny LED indicator that comes alive when the headphone is on, or maybe when it's in Bluetooth pairing mode. A headphone can look however it wants to look, but if it doesn't really sound well, then it's not worth spending money on. How well does the Tozo HT2 sounds? For starters, it has a 40mm dynamic driver that allows it to deliver high quality bass. You get clear highs, but the vocals are not as clear. But I think when you factor in the price, $50, then it should be expected on a headphone like this. However, if you use the headphone jack, the headphone sounds completely different because that's when you enable the high-res audio that it comes with. We're going to talk about that in a bit. The mids are okay and they don't sound mushy. If you want high-res audio, then you need to connect it to an audio jack, and that is when the sound changes, and a lot of people will actually find it a lot better while using the headphone port. The bass is better with the audio jack. You get those deep vibration, and you also get to hear the snares in instrumentals. Overall, the sound quality is great and there isn't too much sound leakage. People around you would hardly notice or hear what you are listening to unless they come really close to you. The headphone comes with active noise cancellation, and for the most part they are great, especially if you are listening to music at a very high volume. Then the active noise cancellation is going to be in full effect. I used it in a noisy environment at a very high volume, and I couldn't even hear any noise around me. If you lower it down to like 50% while using the active noise cancellation, then some noises will definitely pass through. If you don't like the ANC, you can turn it off, and there is also transparency mode that kind of gives you more awareness and a sense of where you are. Especially if you are in a noisy environment, then I find the transparency mode to be really useful. At a high volume, even if you activate the transparency mode, you're not really going to hear what people are saying around you. But if you have it at a low volume with transparency mode, then you're going to get like a lot of the background noise, and you kind of know where you are. I think this is good. Transparency mode is important when you are kind of maybe on the road walking and you really want to know the direction that vehicles are passing. So transparency mode is really useful in that situation. Now the headphone comes with Bluetooth 5.3 and it has support for AAC and SBC audio codecs. Like I said earlier, it has high-res audio support and you need a cable to get that feature. There is no official IP ratings against dust and water, and it's kind of a surprise because there are some headphones out there at this price that normally come with, even if it's like an IP53 rating against dust and splashes of water. I feel that should have made this phone a little bit better. In terms of pairing, I find it to be very fast. It's almost instant. Immediately the headphone is on. When the Bluetooth is on your phone, it will pair instantaneously. The headphone supports multi-point Bluetooth connection, which means it can connect to two Bluetooth devices at the same time. I normally connect it to my phone and laptop at the same time, and when I have a call on my phone, it will automatically just switch to my phone. I will be able to answer my call comfortably. If you are using it with the cable, then all the buttons are not going to function. You are also not going to get active noise cancellation. Now, the Tozo app is not just an ordinary app like we have with most other headphone apps. You can use it to toggle through the various equalizers, and you can also use it to select through the different modes that this headphone can be used in. Tozo also sends firmware updates to the headphone through the app. What makes the app different is that there is a large community of Tozo headphone users where you can get different equalization settings. Like you see people posting the equalizations that they use, and you can go ahead and apply them to these headphones. What I normally do is when I check the community, I mostly check the ones that have most likes. That means this is the one that a lot of people are using on their Tozo HT2, and I go ahead and I apply it. If I don't like it, I try a lot of other ones, because there are some people out there that are very good at setting equalizers that bring out the best out of this headphone. So if you should get the headphone, then it's very important you download the app. It's available on Android and iOS. You can also tap on Explore on the app and you get access to a lot of sounds, like ambient sounds, cool sounds, energetic sounds that maybe you can use to set yourself in the mood for work, or maybe when you want to sleep. Those sounds are available on the app and they are free. Let's talk about battery life. You get 40 hours of battery with ANC turned off, and you get 30 hours of battery with ANC turned on. It has fast charging, and in just like an hour and a half, it can charge from 0 to 100. I've used this phone for more than 3 days and I didn't have to charge them. And I think there are people out there that can get a week of battery life from these headphones. What I normally use them for is mostly morning run, and if I come to the studio, I edit a lot of videos, so I stay plugged into the headphone throughout my stay at the studio when I'm editing any video. The battery life on this headphone is really impressive, and I can't really see any problem in that aspect. The Tozo HT2 is a great headphone for under $50. You get good sound quality, great battery life, a good build quality that doesn't hurt you if you have them for long periods on your ear. The ANC is quite decent for $50, and I can't really complain about them. That's it for this video, and if you find it helpful, please consider subscribing, because I'm going to put out a lot of content like this one in the future, and you're going to be the first person to see it if you subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions regarding the Tozo HT2, feel free to ask them in the comment section of this video. I'm going to be your host in the next one. I'll see you when you see me.